Welcome to Void Media. I'm your host, Shallow Abyss. Here I create videos based on researching, and I talk about media related to the unknown, the supernatural, and paranormal. Ever since I can remember, I have always been fascinated with weird, creepy, and impossible stories, videos, and all evidence related. Now, without further ado, let's get started. I'm sure you all have seen this going around TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube shorts and reels about foods, mainly fruit, such as watermelon, avocados, bananas, and even chicken, looking weird and off and sometimes even called fake by those posting their experience with stretchy and sus looking food that makes some stomachs turn, thinking is this stuff even edible? It's a very interesting and bizarre case. Personally, I haven't come across such toy-like food, but seeing bananas bend, chicken falling apart raw, and all these other odd traits, it kind of makes me confused and pissed at the same time. Confused on what can make our favorite foods look such a way, and wondering if the contents and flavors of it changed as well. I also say pissed because of the low attention from the media and professionals are giving it, because I only found a handful of articles personally. If you have a source of any kind, please share it in the comments down below. I'd really appreciate it. It's making me think tinfoil-like conclusions like what if the debate and other stories are a way to divert the attention of the public from having a direct answer to this weird phenomena. So I decided to do a little digging and removing my tinfoil hat for a wee moment to see if I could come up with opinions on what could be happening here. From the Daily Dot, on June 16th of this year, a TikTok user that goes by Kiva Bodhi was one of the first people to discover rubber-like fruits, in this case a watermelon, and decided to share it on the platform, writing, "It looks so good, but tastes so bad. Have you had a bendable, rubbery watermelon?" The article also mentioned this. According to PubMed National Library of Medicine, in the last 60 years, there has been an alarming decline in food quality and a decrease in a wide variety of nutritional essential minerals and nutraceutical compounds in imperative fruits, vegetables, and food crops. The preference for less nutritious cultivars/crops, the use of high-yielding varieties, and agronomic issues associated with a shift from natural farming to chemical farming. Going on a little side tangent, in that same article they mentioned another TikTok user that goes by Dion Drange, who made a video of eggs having a red stamp made up of a red dye that went through the hard shell, bleeding into the edible parts of the egg. Spoopy enough, I couldn't locate the video, and upon going to his profile, I discovered he went private. I thought it was pretty weird. On one of the only other articles I could find from a site called Distractify had their unofficial theory about the fruit phenomenon happening, stating the common consensus is it has to do with the bioengineering of the produce. Well, I could have came up with that, but this was the other article I could find regarding fake fruit or rubbery kinds of fruit. Like I said, there's not much media on this. It could be that people think it's a hoax, or it's fake, or whatever, but From Leaders, a news site, wrote an article from April of last year regarding lab-grown meat from a company called Eat Just, citing cultivated meat company Eat Just has received tacit approval from the FDA to allow the consumption of its lab-grown chicken in the US. While it received clearance from the FDA, it needs to be cleared from the United States Department of Agriculture. Eat Just is already selling cultivated chicken meat in Singapore, and the US is the second country to move forward with regulatory approval from the lab-grown product. Another site called AP News also had an article about two other companies having the green light for lab-grown chicken back in June of 2023, having US regulators approve the sale of chicken made from animal cells. The Agriculture Department gave them the green light for two companies in California to allow cell-cultivated meats. Upside Foods and Good Meat received approvals for federal inspections after the U.S. Food and Drug Administration deemed that products from both companies were safe to eat. Now, thinking logically and creatively, my opinions and theories are as listed. Growing or raising conditions of both crops and livestock could have an impact on how the product turns out. Maybe something new is being introduced to the product as well. GMO, and having vitamins, minerals, and other substances being overly added to the product, or again, something new could have affected the product as a whole. Lab-grown foods would look its best to look normal, but just doesn't make the cut. And if they are introducing them to the public, why keep it a secret, losing even more trust in our government? Unripe or expired products could also be a small factor to some of the properties shown, though I'm not sure about the rubbery part. Pesticides or herbicides could have changed an aspect of the crop, making them taste bad or have the traits that have been shared, but seeing that no one has gotten sick from it or worse, then the look and taste of fruits could be the only downside. A different coating other than wax that I've heard being sprayed on fruit to increase the shelf life of the product, I feel could cause something to increase the product's armor defenses in the same way. Hence the hardness or flexibility being a byproduct. This could just be a hoax, people wanting attention or clout, and everybody's just in this big bubble, getting clout together, making money together, all in the same joke. Lastly, the more creative theory I have for this is we just simply haven't noticed foods like this before. And now with the power of sharing with social media, such as TikTok now, and us growing to adulthood, we don't have our mommies cutting our fruit or shredding our chicken just how we like it for easier consumption. And now all those grown-up kids suddenly notice that fruit and chicken and all other stuff are weird and are just freaking out, making a big scene and causing an uproar. And now people are debating, oh, bananas are like that, avocados are like that, it's not ripe enough, etc., etc. And now there's two sides, one with pro-rubbery, one with you guys are crazy, you guys are cloud chasing. And now it's another debate, another Mandela effect. But what do you think? Let me hear your opinions or theories or anything else related to this video. Please like and subscribe. Don't be shallow, give me a follow. Let me know what I should cover and research next. Show me something weird or creepy. I would love to look up different events I never heard or saw of, and you guys would also be spreading news and mediums such as videos that may have caught something cool or shivering. But as always, look for me in the void, but be careful. I might just glare back, for I am Shallow Abyss.
Game over.